In the necklace, it's about chasing a dream and being hopeless and desperate. I gotta make it happen now, get them to notice my presence, because time is of the essence, every moment is precious. So I'll give it all I got when I arrive for a session. Never settle for second and always strive for perfection, cause I'm hungry for it all and I'm inspired to get it, cause the world is for the taking and the sky's the limit. Ever since I was a kid, I always knew I was different, from my obsession with lyrics to the amount of music I listened. I always gave it my all, no matter what booth I was spitting, cause I was just a desperate kid, a struggling youth on a mission. I always did it for the music, for me it isn't about cash. Not your typical kid, I would fit in with the outcast. I love being on stage, especially when they applaud me. It's because of that I always keep a pen within arm's reach. I love hip-hop from the beach to the worst that they spit at the list. From second grade till now I haven't gone a day without a since. I have some fans who think that what I'm making's unbelievable, but at times I feel the dream I'm chasing's unachievable. So I'm hoping if I keep writing and keep doing tracks, that I can catch a break and get lucky and squeeze through the cracks. Because rap is taking over me and I can hardly sleep without it. And if I finally get to bed, then I'll probably be dreaming about it. It ain't about the cash and stones in the necklace, it's about chasing and dreaming, being hopeless and desperate. I gotta make it happen now, get them to notice my presence, because time is of the essence, every moment is precious. So I'll give it all I got when I arrive for a session. Never settle for second and always strive for perfection, cause I'm hungry for it all and I'm inspired to get it, cause the world is for the taking and the sky's the limit. Yeah, I went to a public school where taking pills and drugs was cool. Most of the kids were drunken fools, the rest of them were fucking tools. So I went to parties with the rest of the white kids, started showing off my skills and was the best in the ciphers. But I became unproductive and I was losing my essence, so I focused and used all my money on studio sessions. I spent most of my nights alone to write, just trying to get my vocals tight, and just to really hold this mic I sacrificed a social life. It was then I decided and knew I want to rap forever, but in order to do that I had to get my act together. Matured as an artist, displaying truth with his skills, but people didn't see the passion that my music reveals. Even though I pushed myself and put my heart to the challenge, people sleep on me and don't even acknowledge my talent. But if I'm getting beat, then I'ma strive to rebuttal, because I know it's greener on the other side of the struggle. Yeah, it ain't about the cash and stones in the necklace, it's about chasing a dream and being hopeless and desperate. I gotta make it happen now, get them to notice my presence, because time is of the essence, every moment is precious. So I'll give it all I got when I arrive for a session. Never settle for second and always strive for perfection, cause I'm hungry for it all and I'm inspired to get it, cause the world is for the taking and the sky's the limit. Yeah, there's a lot about myself that I have learned from rapping. This is more than simply word attachment, it's a burning passion. They're quick to judge and say I'm cursing with rage, cause they're too short-sighted to see it's more than words on a page. And I will never stop until it's me that they wanna make fail, till I'm receiving death threats and ripping up hate mail. So I wrote for endless hours, put ridiculous work in, hoping labels would find me through serendipity searching. I went from being isolated, having borders restrict me, to dormant in the city and having supporters in Philly. And what God is my witness, I use the wisdom that he granted me. So if you think you're stopping me, you're living in a fantasy. I can vision my destiny and my reason for being on top of buildings while overlooking the city of dreams. I was walking against the wind, feeling pain in my knees, but now I'm taking bigger strides, I feel it changing the breeze. Yeah, it ain't about the cash and stones in the necklace, it's about chasing a dream and being hopeless and desperate. I gotta make it happen now, get them to notice my presence, because time is of the essence, every moment is precious. So I'll give it all I got when I arrive for a session. Never settle for second and always strive for perfection, cause I'm hungry for it all and I'm inspired to get it, cause the world is for the taking and the sky's the limit. Yeah.
Right people, so I'm now in my Polish tent. I'm snuggled up in my sleeping bag. I've just had a cup of coffee from my Swedish cooker and German army mess kit. Right, I want to talk to you guys who do the bushcraft, okay, because I know you are going to be very much interested in the Polish tent, which is the actual tent that I'm in now. Let me tell you something about myself before I actually tell you about the tent. My name's Gareth Preston. I'm also known as Strober, and I'm a photographer. Now, the reason why I invested in the Polish tent in the first place was because I needed shelter to help me when I'm working as a photographer out in the field. I wanted a shelter that would pop up very fast and would be very secure in order to keep me safe from the elements and also to keep my photographic kit safe from the elements. Now, doing a lot of research on the internet, then I discovered that the Polish tent appeared to be exactly the product that I wanted for the purpose of helping me to be a good photographer. And today I've set out and I've came to a place called Black Hill because unlike you guys who do bushcraft, okay, you guys will go into forests or you'll go into a bush, etc. So you won't really be coming to places that are windy like where I'm coming, because I've came to a place called Black Hill, which is in Cheshire, and up here it becomes very, very windy, guys, and I mean it gets really windy up here. Look, to prove, I've even got a balaclava on because I know how bad the wind does get up here. So it would have been a good chance for me to see exactly how well the Polish tent performs. Now guys, when I was putting up the Polish tent, that bar that comes with the actual tent snapped on me. That wooden, I'll put a photograph up now. You see that? You see the snapped stick? Right folks, so what I had to do, I had to use my tripod as the center bar of the actual tent. Now, this means that I can't work as a photographer tonight because I no longer have a tripod, because my tripod is now keeping up my Polish tent. And to be honest with you guys, the tripod has its advantage, because with the stick I find myself fighting the wind and the direction of where the canvas wanted to go with putting the actual stick in the first place. But with the tripod you can just simply wind it up and it gets tighter and tighter. Again, I can't do any photography tonight, but you know, this is what survival's all about, isn't it? You know, man feed the elements, man feed the wind and all that business. So again, I'm very gutted actually that I can't do any nighttime photography, which is the real reason why I came out tonight. But anyway guys, I'm gonna sign off here and I'm just gonna chill out and listen to some music. But I'll catch you in the morning where I will be making breakfast and then I'll show you around the Polish tent. I'll see you later.
Stones in the necklace. It's about chasing and dreaming, being hopeless and desperate. I gotta make it happen now, get them to notice my presence, because time is of the essence, every moment is precious. So I'll give it all I got. when I ride for a session. Never settle for second and always strive for perfection. Cause I'm hungry for it all and I'm inspired to get it. Cause the world is for the taking and the sky's the limit. Ever since I was a kid, I always knew I was different. From my obsession with lyrics to the amount of music I listen. Always gave it my all, no matter what booth I was spitting. Cause I was just a desperate kid, a struggling youth on a mission. I always did it for the music, for me it isn't about cash. Not your typical kid, I would fit in with the outcast. I love being on stage, especially when they applaud me. It's because of that I always keep a pen within arm's reach. I love hip hop from the beats to the words that they spit at the list. From second grade till now I haven't gone a day without a since. I have some fans who think that what I'm making's unbelievable, but at times I feel the dream I'm chasing's unachievable. So I'm hoping if I keep writing and keep doing tracks that I can catch a break and get lucky and squeeze through the cracks.
Right people, so it's the morning after my wild camp here on Black Hill, and yeah, it's been a very interesting night, you know. It's been a very pleasant experience, to be honest with you. Now, with regards to the Polish tent, I have to say this, I am very impressed with the Polish tent. Now, as you may already know, I may not have been that impressed with actual wooden poles that came with this Polish tent, but I lay there last night thinking about it and I thought to myself, do you want to know something? I've put the Polish tent through a pretty extreme test, because the fact is the wind up here on Black Hill is ridiculously strong, and you know, that little stick what goes into the centre pole of the Polish tent, that probably would be okay, you know, if you were in the bushes or if you were in the forest, because then that way the wind's, you know, not going to be as bad. But like up here, as you can see, on exposed hilltops, then that little stick that goes in the centre, it's just not, it's just a big no-no. Anyway, there was a bit of flapping from the actual poncho, as you can see the way it flaps in and out, but to be honest with you, all tend to do that, don't they? Now the thing is, some of these pegs, for example, if you have a look here, you see this peg. Now this peg, it can't go all the way into the ground, and the reason why it can't go all the way into the ground is because there's rocks directly beneath me, hence this place being known as Black Rocks as well as being known as Black Hill. Now another thing what I looked at is that these strings here, you can see this, you see this string here? Now if this string's tight, then the chances are, you know, you're not going to get your TP effect or your pyramid effect, because these a little bit tight. So I'm going to have to experiment at a later date, because if you come around here and if you have a look at this side, you can see that this side is not as tight. So that's something I'm going to have to be playing around with. Now again, as you can see, my tripod, you see this, look at that, you see the tripod. Now I am pretty lucky that it did not rain last night, so I'm possibly going to have a look into an alternative pole for this tent. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably get out into the forest and I'll mess around with them little poles that came with it, but I'm not going to hold my breath with them. But guys, I'm happy, I've had a good night, so I'll see you all later. Ta-ra.